Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. Today we'll be talking about old souls. All old souls are affected by the strange signs that we'll be talking today about. But firstly, before we start, what are old souls and why it is important to understand that? We're not talking actually in ages because souls are coming from beyond time. We're talking about life's experiences. Old souls are bringing to this planet an ancient wisdom. So, the ancient wisdom can teach young souls to ground their energy, and young souls can teach old souls to lift up and themselves and look beyond certain paradigms. So it's a beautiful connection when we recognize more of who we truly are. But living in a society where everything is measured in finances, everything is measured in success, many people can lose themselves in that what is called rat race. So to know that you're an old soul in the society, you may feel like a social outcast. You may feel like you're not accepted or it feels like you have no place in society. And it's completely natural because with all the ancient wisdom you're carrying within your soul, and you may not be even aware of it, it's hard to fit into the society because you know that there's much more to life. That life is much more precious than most people are aware of. Our bodies, how we're treating our bodies. Our bodies are sacred vehicles. And how we actually let ourselves to treat our bodies, or how we let ourselves to treat Mother Nature when we see what is happening on the world. Of course, we feel like there's no place for us in the society. But the reason that you feel that way is so you would set the great pillars from your ancient wisdom. The pillars which people can find as a great truth. And that great truth can remind themselves that that great truth is also present within themselves. And with your ancient wisdom that you are becoming more and more aware of right now, by putting everything you know into examples, by putting everything into action, you are becoming a great example for the society. And suddenly society, or at least people around you, may see you as a great example of how to live our lives. Of course, nobody is perfect. But at least if we are working on becoming a better version of ourselves, we're doing a great job. And that's a great example for the society, right? So if you feel like being a social outcast, it may be a strange sign for you that you are an old soul. But don't be discouraged because maybe people are not accepting you as you are. Stay true to yourself, and eventually you will meet people which will understand you. Eventually you will find people which will love to learn from you, or which will love to connect with you. If you may find yourself alone right now, or you may feel lonely, many old souls may feel lonely because of not being accepted in the society, because we feel like we are different. If you feel that way, you're in the process of building strength to stand for yourself. And it's actually when the life is training you and preparing you so you can embrace everything that you know deep inside your heart. If that is you right now, learn to find more time for yourself and meditate and go deeper into yourself and just wonder what you feel. Go deeper into unpleasant emotions. It will help you to understand more of yourself better. And go deeper into any negative thought to find its origin. Is it actually real? Or what that negative thought is telling to you? It's a completely new paradigm because we are not forcing to think differently. We are actually becoming aware of where all that energy from within us is coming from. We may see that we've been still affected much by the society, and that's why we are hurting. And that's how we will learn to tap deeper into your internal strength, where you will start plugging yourself to that ancient wisdom which is imprinted within your soul. So it requires you to do the work. It requires you to what we call to do the shadow work, to become aware of your shadows, so you can enlighten all of yourself fully. The second strange sign for many old souls is that they feel as being the black sheeps, right? Often it may be considered as like a bad person or worthless by other people, maybe even in your family, and it's a hard thing to comprehend. That's why it's so important to become stronger within yourself, to know that even if people don't see your greatest potentials, it doesn't mean that they are not present within you. It's important to fully know yourself, to truly meet who you actually are. And we can achieve that by different ways. One is meditation, because we become more aware of who we are by when we let those internal negative voices to calm down and we find their origins. We recognize what our negative emotions are telling to us. And we go deeper and we tap into our ancient wisdom, like I was talking before. And eventually we meet soul groups, soul family, people with whom we can connect on that soul level. And once we meet those people, we'll feel, oh, those are my soul brothers and sisters. And suddenly, those people will completely understand you because they are going through the same things. But it's not actually about meeting those people, it will happen automatically. If you will be doing your internal work, all of those things will happen automatically because you will activate your energy and you will suddenly start attracting those people to you. People which have activated their energy will come to you. And suddenly you will start building communities. Or whatever you actually want to do. Maybe you just want to become a leader of a certain community. Maybe you want to be a teacher. Maybe you want to be a guide for something. Maybe you want to be a healer. Whatever is within your heart that you want to do, you will feel more connected with that internal guidance. So if you feel like a black sheep, it is a sign, or it may be a sign that you are an old soul. So find it out why you feel that way. Not from the stories people are telling to you, but from deep meditations, from taking time for yourself, from spending time in nature. Maybe you can communicate with nature if it feels aligned with you. And eventually you will find answers. Never use these words as excuses why you are that way. Like some people say, I'm an old soul, so I don't like to be at crowded places. Of course not, but sometimes we need to be. And if we know how to actually protect our energy, it's all okay. We can be wherever we want to be, or wherever we choose to be, or wherever it happens to be. And we will be okay. So my friends, if you feel those things, it may be that you're an old soul. Often you may also be mislabeled, right? You like to spend a lot of time alone. You like to think deeply. You like to be quiet, because there's actually an art of being quiet, right? Often when we are quiet, we have that ability to think deeply, because like 70% or even more people are always gossiping, always complaining, always judging, we refuse to do that, so we rather stay quiet. We recognize that silence is actually truly beautiful. In silence, we download inspiration. In silence, we can think creatively. But because of that, people may label you like there's something wrong with you, like you're not really a social person. Even though you don't like to talk much, when it comes to the important topics which are meaningful to you, you could talk about it all day long. Is that you? It's because you can recognize what is meaningful and what is meaningless, and you don't want to waste your energy for the meaningless things. You rather recharge yourself so you can invest your energy into what is meaningful to you. And often it may feel for many old souls like they are speaking an entirely different language. You know, when we go into society, we can see that most people are talking as most people are talking. Right? We are copying each other. But for many old souls, they use their own words for expressing how they feel, what they are doing, what they are talking about. Like, right now we can see many people are talking about vibration, about frequencies. Many people are talking about consciousness, about third eye, about chakras. Even if those are old words actually. Many of them are coming from physics, many of them are coming from spirituality and ancient teachings. If you use this kind of words in maybe in your family or in the groups of your friends, they may just not understand you. They will say, oh, those are some new age things, or whatever. But those words have a huge meaning in your life. Is that you? It means that you look on life completely differently because there's a lot of ancient wisdom present within you, and you understand those things. Even if on a conscious level you can't truly explain them. You can't really explain from where you feel an importance of understanding something spiritual. You feel connected to it, and you feel an urge to research more of it so you could remember back again why you feel that way. Is that you? It's actually a great sign that you're an old soul and you've chose to come here right at this unique time to embrace back again that ancient wisdom so you can become a great teacher, a great mystic, a great alchemist, a great leader, or a great healer. Whatever you feel or wherever you feel guided the most. Do you easily become emotionally drained? Especially in the, like I said before, crowded places. It goes for empaths as well, and many old souls are empaths. I say that empaths are evolved souls. That's why we have those increased senses for sensing energy, for sensing emotions, for reading thoughts of others, for seeing visions beyond the light that most people can see. We can hear voices from higher realms, and some people can see light beings, some people can see spirit guides, some people can see angels and spirit animals, and however we call those things. Because we have those increased senses, when we go into society or when we go into crowded places, we may sense some tension, some stress, some fear, which is present in most people because most people are just not dealing with their shadows. So they are carrying that dense, lower, negative energy with them. That's why most people are always lacking life, lacking joy, lacking love, because they're just not working on that. And when those people are meeting together, there's like a field of that tension, and you may feel it. And because you feel compassion for those people, you would love to help them. You feel drained because that dense energy is so heavy, and if you're not ready to work with that, if you're not training your energy, or if you're not recharging your energy, it may be hard for you, and that's why you feel emotionally drained often. We can do many things with that, and I've made some videos about empaths. Actually, I have a playlist about old souls and empaths, which those videos are especially dedicated to dealing with our energy, how to recharge our energy, and so on. What to do if you're an empath and you don't know how to protect your energy, or how to invest your energy properly, or how to tap deeper into your greatest potentials as a healer, as an artist, as a mystic, or whatever you will find deep inside your heart. If you feel emotionally drained really easily, it's important for you to know where you feel the most recharged. Is it nature? Is it being close to water? Is it being close to a fireplace? Is it standing in the wind? Is it being deep in the forest? Is it being on the beach? Is it being under the sun? Is it when you just close your eyes and listen a beautiful music? Is it when you're hanging with animals? Is it when you're creating, when you're writing, or when you're dancing, or when you're singing? Become aware of what of those things are actually recharging your energy. So you will find the tools how to recharge yourself after you were drained out. It will help you also to nurture your energy more, because every time you will know that you need to go to certain places where you maybe don't want to be. You will recharge your energy, and then you can build a shield of light around you. You can also imagine, like, every time wherever you go, your light is touching others. So you will not be affected by the energy of others, you will actually affect them by your energy. We create that shift. We go from fear of being drained, or fear that others' energy is affecting on us, to a state of inner strength, where we know that wherever we go, we impact our environment with light, or however you want to put it in words. The same is if you often feel mentally drained. Many old souls and empaths often feel mentally drained. It's completely the same. So our mental state is coming from the thoughts which are present in our minds. The thoughts which are present on a consistent basis will become beliefs. Beliefs are thoughts which are deeply anchored into our minds. In neuroscience, those are neurons which are constantly being wired and fired together. And our beliefs are defining us. So we may get identified by our beliefs. And if you're constantly hanging with people which have limited mindsets, or really negative mindsets, you may often feel mentally drained, because you know that our potential is much wider than that, much bigger than that. You may feel drained because you feel bad for many people, because they are so negative towards themselves and towards others and towards Mother Nature. You don't actually need to feel bad about it, because it's their choice. But you can do much about it if you feel often mentally drained. Firstly, you need to take more time to clean out your mental garbage. Quietness can help us with that, or silence. Being silent can help us with that. Listening the sounds of nature can help us with that, because nature is always reminding us of that humbleness. We experience a sense of gratitude for just being present in the wonders and beauty of nature. Often also, if it's hard for you to stop thinking, if it's hard for you when you're dealing with overthinking, it's because your brain is overactive. And when our brain is overactive, we just need to calm down our bodies, calm down our muscles, calm down our breathing by breathing deeply and slowly. So breath workout can help us to deal with our thinking. You know, our breathing, the way we breathe, determines the state of our consciousness. In meditations, we always start meditating to breathe slowly and deeply. Why? Because when we slow down our breath, our body feels safe. You know, when we are running from something, we breathe really, really fast. And that's what is turning on that stress response, which is actually protecting us. But once we start breathing slowly and deeply, we give a signal to our body that we are safe. Once we feel safe, the brain will calm down because we don't need to focus anymore to the danger which may be present around us. And once the brain will calm down, it will get into a more coherent state. When the brain will get into a more coherent state, we will feel more pleasant. That's why after 5 to 10 minutes of meditation, even if you're just breathing, you feel that pleasant energy. When your brain will get into that pleasant, coherent energy, your heart will get into that pleasant, coherent energy. And that's when we start sensing our intuition. And if we're keeping up with that for the next 10 to 20 minutes, we'll calm down even more. And as we're calming down even more, we'll get even deeper into that pleasant experience. And that's where we tap deeper into the ancient wisdom which is present deep within our souls. And that's where people start experiencing insights and inspiration, and some people start seeing visions for the future, and some people start experiencing downloads of wisdom of what they need to change in their lives to become that kind of a teacher, that kind of a healer, that kind of a mystic or whatever. That's why many people, after a powerful meditation, may completely shift their lives because they experienced something which was always present within them, but they couldn't, or they didn't know how to tap into that. Now they know a lot more about themselves. So if you feel often mentally drained as an old soul, that will help you to learn more about how to actually find or tap deeper into yourself, into those greater potentials of yourself. It all requires you to take time for you. Are you the one who is often seeking purpose? Many old souls are often seeking purpose because we all know that we've come here with a certain purpose, with a certain mission. You're remembering more of yourself. So if you are the one who is constantly seeking purpose, it's a great sign that you're an old soul. Become aware of what kind of purpose you're seeking, because purpose is always created by you. Most often we are seeking actually a need to help others, and that's a great purpose. We are seeking a need to provide something which could make this world a better place. We are seeking to improve our behaviors, or to improve the behaviors of the society. So we would make the society, or maybe we would help to create a healthier version of the present society. And maybe that can be the purpose you are seeking. So my friends, if any of it is resonating with you, it's a great sign that you're an old soul. If you feel like you're a young soul, my friends, just express your authenticity. Find your authentic self. Again, with your internal work, connect with your authentic self. Meditate more often, spend more time being in silence. So you may find your greatest potentials within you. So this is it, my friends. I hope you've enjoyed today's painting, a dove, which is carrying a key to the heart. So you can open your heart This dove is actually representing your spirit, our spirit, which means that each of us has the key to our hearts within us. Often people think that somebody else will need to appear in their life so they can love again. But the truth is that firstly we need to learn to love ourselves, learn to be kinder to ourselves, learn to be a greatest friends of ourselves, so we can open our hearts and express more gratitude for all the beautiful things that are already present. And that's where we activate our energy to become more magnetic, to become more loving and become more kind. And that's where all the beauty, all the miracle starts happening. So my friends, this is it for today. I'm sending you lots of love, blessings and power. Have a beautiful day and see you in the next one. One love.